I think Ukraine has a lot of interesting hydrocarbon resources, oil, gas, coal, right? On the critical mineral side of the equation, however, they have resources, but that doesn't necessarily mean that those can be extracted profitably. So there was a lot of talk about lithium and rare earths. And actually, those deposits, the information we have about them is from the Soviet era. We don't really know how reliable that is. We don't know how interesting those deposits are. And in addition to that, some of the most interesting rare earth deposits are actually currently on Russian occupied territory. So the potential of this deal to really supply rare earths to the US, it's far away. Critical minerals are generally used in three big applications, if you wish. Digital economy, so semiconductors, stuff like that. Clean energy technologies, that goes from, solar panels into electric vehicle batteries, into wind and so forth. And then number three is defense applications. They are important for all of those three, but the biggest growth is mostly in the clean energy technology applications, just because you need more. The scale of the demand from those energy applications is big. To the credit of the first Trump administration, they have always put critical minerals as a very important policy priority because they knew they were so heavily reliant on China. So already then you had the first big initiatives in terms of assessing our vulnerability, making sure we have government positions that look specifically at diversifying those critical mineral supply chains. And that doesn't necessarily change today. There might be, less wind turbines, or the shift to electric vehicles might be slower. But that shift to electric vehicles is happening regardless. And the Trump administration knows that they need to prepare their automakers for that. And that also means having more access to critical minerals. Something which is very clear with the Trump administration now is that they are very interested in connecting the US to critical minerals deposits in the world. Greenland, Ukraine, it's the same story, if you wish, right? And that's a good thing, by the way. Because again, investors are kind of not super keen on investing in new critical minerals projects. So having a more active government involved is a very good thing. That being said, one big problem of the United States is the processing and refining of those critical minerals. And whether you have a very successful deal in Ukraine or a very successful deal in Greenland, that doesn't change a thing to that bottleneck.